I'm 92 years old now, and I want to tell you a story. My name is Marisol Rivera. I'm American, but not the kind you usually imagine. Not fully white, not fully black. A mix, a little of this, a little of that, stitched together in a way that always made me feel a bit like I didn't fully belong anywhere. I was born in Miami, Florida, a bright, sunburnt city where the ocean smells like salt and ambition. My parents, they were gone too soon. By the time I was 20, I was on my own. And yet, somehow, luck, timing, maybe fate, carried me into a world I barely understood. I met people who spoke of stocks, art, and real estate as if the world was their playground. I didn't just watch them, I became them. By 25, I was a millionaire. By 35, a billionaire. Penthouses in Manhattan, a house in Beverly Hills, a villa in Miami Beach, a sailboat in Key West that cut through the water like I owned the horizon itself. I wore designer clothes, drove fast cars, traveled to Paris and Tokyo without blinking. People looked at me, envied me, wanted to be me, but the higher you climb, the harder you fall. I remember the night it all ended. I was in my Manhattan penthouse, the city lights sparkling below like stars I could almost touch. I had just returned from a dinner with investors, people I trusted, people I thought were careful, like me. But one phone call changed everything. My main investment firm, the one holding the majority of my assets, had been operating on fraudulent accounts. The people I trusted had been siphoning money, making fake deals, hiding losses. By the morning, the banks had frozen my accounts. Lawsuits followed, my properties were repossessed, my cars, my art, my sailboat, gone. Everything I had built vanished overnight, like it had never existed. I became a woman without a home. I walked the streets of Los Angeles, New York, and Miami. Some nights I found shelter in a corner of a subway station. Some nights I slept on the sidewalk, under newspapers, staring at neon lights and thinking, how did it come to this? Marisol Rivera, once powerful, now almost invisible. I met others along the way. Ralph, a jazz musician playing in subway stations, his saxophone echoing through the tunnels like hope. Leona, a nurse who lost her family, who taught me that grief is a quiet companion. And Peanut, a little dog, somehow always at my side, following me from Miami to LA as if he knew I needed him to survive. Those years taught me things money never could: how to eat when I could, how to sleep when I could, how to exist without fear, without pride, how to take life moment by moment, breathe by breathe, knowing that tomorrow might be nothing, and yet it would come. Now I live in a small roadside studio on the outskirts of Santa Fe, New Mexico. Small, dusty, sunlight streams in through a window that I clean only when I feel like it. Outside, desert sage drifts on the wind. There's a table, a chair, a few books, journals where I write everything I remember, everything I've lost, everything I've learned. I have no yachts, no penthouses, no piles of money, but I have peace, I have clarity, I have myself. People ask me, Marisol, do you regret it? Losing everything? And I tell them, no. Because in losing it all, I found something money can't buy: freedom, from expectation, from illusion, from the weight of what the world thought I should be. I walk through the streets, I touch the earth, I feel the wind, and I am alive. Not because I'm rich, not because I'm famous, but because I've survived and I've chosen to keep living. Some nights I still close my eyes and see the skyscrapers, the yachts, the parties, and I feel a pang. But it's different now. Not longing, not jealousy, just a memory. A reminder that life can turn on a dime, that nothing is permanent, and that the only thing you truly own is yourself. And that is enough. If my story touched you, if it made you think about your own life, your own struggles, I want you to do one thing: slow down, breathe, and remember that no matter what you've lost, you still have yourself. And if you want to hear more stories, real stories from people who've lived, survived, and kept going, click that subscribe button and join me. Let's walk this journey together, one story at a time. And leave a comment. Tell me your story. I'd love to read it because every life matters and every story deserves to be heard.